Welcome back, Jonathan.
Thank you.
So
Joy has the
first
question.
So you just heard that. I mean, he's basically asking voters to show up in sub-zero temperatures at the risk of life and limb, and that really paid off for him. I mean, this race was over just minutes into. I watched it last night. Right into, like in 5 minutes, they decided he was the winner. How did that work? And does it get any more definitive than that? And what are your biggest takeaways?
By the way, it was in Iowa that he had that famous quote, "They would support me even if I shot somebody on Fifth Avenue."
Yeah.
So,
I didn't realize that was Iowa.
Yes, that was in Iowa in 2016.
Do you think that they think he's kidding or something? Or are they just that dumb?
Who knows? But look, the biggest takeaway: this is Donald Trump's party. And I know it's one state has voted. It was only 110,000 voters. It was actually historically low turnout in Iowa, but he dominated, and this was almost a perfect result for Donald Trump, because not only did he win with more than 50% of the vote, but his opposition is perfectly divided. Mm-hmm. So both DeSantis and Haley have a reason to stay in the race. Look, between the two of them, you had 40% saying that they wanted somebody besides Donald Trump. Yeah. But they're perfectly divided between the two of them. And look at how they've campaigned. They've beaten the crap out of each other, and they've focused very little of their fire on Donald Trump.
That may change.
Well,
yeah, it started to change a little bit in the last few days.
And that was my question, because as we know, almost half of the people who showed up wanted someone other than Trump last night. But what do Nikki and DeSantis have to do at this point to break through and for one of them to come ahead? And do you think there's any regret that neither took the front runner on more directly?
I think there absolutely, if there isn't regret, there needs to be regret. But look, it is important. It is not over. And I want to say that again. It is not over. One vote, one state, one small state, low turnout. That said, what has to happen? I really think we're at the point where Trump is dominant everywhere else in the country, at least in polling, more dominant in most places than he was in Iowa, with the exception of New Hampshire, where, of course, independents are a big factor. Independents can vote. Nikki Haley could pull off an upset win in New Hampshire. She really has to if she's going to win. But I think the only way Donald Trump loses this nomination at this point is if he loses. I don't know that either one of them have demonstrated the ability to really take him out. But there's got to be a lot of regret, because remember, a year ago, DeSantis looked like he could actually beat Trump. There were polls that showed DeSantis beating Trump, and they spent month after month after month dancing around and not saying anything critical of the great one.
And fighting each other.
And he spent all that time destroying his own state to get to that point, and look what happened to him.
Yeah.
DeSantis?
Yeah.
I mean, DeSantis is, Nikki Haley's got a big problem in South Carolina. DeSantis has a big problem in Florida.
Yeah.
Trump dominates both those states.
Well, and I know we're talking low turnouts and giving some context to what these numbers actually mean and how accurate they are in predicting candidates.
American political journalist who is known as Jonathan Carr. I wrote a book that is called Tired of Winning, containing Donald Trump and the Grand Party. He had a visit with the views, and they were trying to break down the Iowa caucus, what happened in the Iowa caucus, break down how it was being won. According to them, basically, they didn't support that. They gave their own opinion. According to and the women on the views also gave their different opinion. They went ahead and also talk about that DeSantis and Nikki Haley are regretting what they did, because both of them could have joined as one. They could have had the one, either DeSantis or Nikki Haley could have stood at the head, and together they could have had the higher chance of winning Donald Trump, rather than being separated, because 40% of the population was behind them. Being separated had a higher way, and it created a higher chance for President Donald Trump to win. So basically, they are sure that all of them are happy. Then Joe Behar went ahead and said that President Donald Trump said you should go out and vote, even you're dying or whatever is wrong with you. You're sick, just go out and vote. It actually worked for him, because they went out and he had that vote and they vote for him. But they say that looking at the President Donald Trump, some of his fans, like those that are really passionate about him, have not seen come to realization. They claim that 2020 election Biden was being the rigged the election that President Donald Trump won. They have not yet come to realization that President Donald Trump was being won by Biden. They think he won and the election was being seized from him. Even now, they still have that conception. According to John Carr, he said that is wrong because those polls are actually correct. The percentage are correct. Looking at they're talking about that the way President Donald Trump won in Iowa, he had a greater chance like this year. In Iowa last time he won, he had a greater number, like 99% of the population was for him. But this time it has reduced, which shows that the people are not very happy with him and the people are not contented with what he's doing. According to Whoopi said that why the people have to know who to vote for. There's this America here and there's this America here. He talks about that you want to vote for this American that the president give you no freedom of speech. If you do anything, he's talking about sending you to jail. He's talking about he's a man who have been accused of being assaulting a lady, and he's about to be put down the drain. Know better on who to vote for. So everybody come out with their own opinion, and all in all, they were not very happy that President Donald Trump is elite, have won everyone else. But they're trying to put out a voice to the people out there that do not vote for him, vote for the other party with the freedom of speech, which is going to change and generational changes. So after everything, what do you think? Do you really are you really in support of what these the ladies are saying, that if you follow President Donald Trump, you know that President Donald Trump, President Biden will be a better president more than President Donald Trump, according to what the remaining reviews are saying? Let me see your own comment section. What do you think? Who will become the better president in 2024? Who do you think should become the better president? Let me see your own opinion on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help and subscribe and help share the video and also like. God bless you.